This week, the Llama Train Studio Twitter account went onto Twitter and they said something that you guys should know. They basically said, feeling festive, the Jolly Festival is coming to town and will be opening its gates next weekend. On the same day, Haunted Village will be closing its doors. Stay tuned for more information. Basically, the Uni Fair is returning to Loomian Legacy, but instead of it being the Uni Fair, it is going to be the Jolly Festival. They're taking the Uni Fair and they're making it Christmas, so it's gonna be very amazing. This is gonna be releasing on the 29th, 30th, or 31st of December. Basically, next weekend. With the release of the Jolly Festival, there is a lot of things to expect, most notably what we saw in the Haunted Village event. Basically, we're gonna be getting new reskin Loomians, and for today's video, I want to show you guys some potential concept of reskin Loomians that could actually get released in Loomian Legacy when this update comes out. Starting off with some designs made by Tomas, this Ice Kanki, and this Ice Kanibo. This thing is simply incredible. You got this little Ice Kanki that is made of ice and crystal. It has a cute little top hat, a cute little nose, and then it pretty much evolves into a Kanibo with a nice scarf, and it's pretty much snowman inspired. I really like this design, and overall I think it is amazing. Moving on, we have one of the most requested designs in Loomian Legacy history, I'd say, which is basically the snowman slash reindeer Nevermare. This works extremely well. Nevermare is a headless horseman that looks like this, and Loomian Legacy could easily turn that Nevermare into a snowman slash reindeer kind of concept, which could look like this. And honestly, if this does not end up releasing, I would say the Loomian Legacy is horribly fumbling the bag, because this design is something that could be a hit, something that the community wants, and something that would simply be amazing. Now, over here, we have the Hydrini, Bezeldu, and Deludrix line. It's basically Hydrini just turning into crystal with some Christmas ornaments, and it evolving into a Bezeldu with a little boa in the back, and then the Bezeldu evolving into a Deludrix with even more ornaments on Christmas lights and more. This design is clearly amazing as well, and honestly, if Loomian Legacy were to add something like this, it will be the first time they ever grab a weather Loomian and give a reskin to it. So it could be a revolutionary thing if Loomian Legacy takes the initiative to add a design like this one. Above that, I mean, the design is simply amazing, and overall something that could easily work. Now over here, we have one of my favorite designs, which basically is a snow cone mochibi, which then evolves into a mocho. It basically starts off by melting, and then the mid-evolution has some straws as its hand, and of course it has more snow cones, and then the final evolution is the mocho with some frosting as a beard, a big snow cone, and a big straw along with that Christmas hat. Bro, these designs are simply insane. Really do hope that Loomian Legacy ends up adding one of these, and overall the coloring and the concept of this works pretty well. Now over here we have a Christmas Vari. This Christmas Vari could work because Loomian Legacy did end up adding a snorkel Vari the other day. This Vari basically looks like a reindeer because that is pretty much the whole concept behind it. And I guess these two things do work a lot together, so hopefully Loomian Legacy adds it into the game. We have this design, which is a Crystal Wobblisk. Loomian Legacy will not be adding this because they already added the Zombie Wobblisk. However, I think it was worth showing to you guys because the Crystal Wobblisk does look amazing. The whole color scheme of this, the concept behind it, and the fact that it looks amazing is why I decided to show it to you guys. Now over here we have a Slugling, Escargot, and Gasstroke line. Loomian Legacy has done a Halloween reskin for this, a New Year's reskin for this, and now they should be doing a Christmas reskin for it. It starts off with a Slugling with some branches on its head and a pine cone behind it. Then it evolves into the Escargot, and the Escargot in the back has a wreath and of course the wood on its head, and finally the Gasstroke with a Christmas tree and a little beard. This thing looks incredible, and it is clearly something that Loomian Legacy could add into the game. This is how the regular version looks, this is the alpha version, and this is the gamma version. Gamma version of course looks amazing, and it definitely gives me Halloween vibes. Now over here we have a pretty simple concept of a Santa dust kit, but it is something that could really work in the game. After Halloween, we haven't really seen much dust kit reskins. We only had the Halloween dust kit back in 2020. We had the Rainbow Dust Kit, and after that, I mean, it's been all that Loomian Legacy has given to us. Honestly, do think that Loomian Legacy should start involving Dustkit in more of these reskins. I mean, in the Halloween event, we did get a Wobbulis reskin and an Agalos reskin, but you know what we didn't get? A Dustkit reskin. Loomian Legacy could hopefully add a Santa Dustkit or something involving Dustkit in this Christmas event. Did you guys know that Dustkit is by far the most popular Loomian in Loomian Legacy? Which honestly, it shouldn't even be a surprise because this Loomian is extremely well designed and loved by many of the Loomian Legacy community. Moving on, we have this Christmas Shachi concept made by Wolfie. This thing looks amazing. I know that Shachi has been used by many reskins in the past, such as the Halloween Shachi, the Rainbow Shachi, and more. However, a Christmas Shachi is simply so cool. Just imagine a squirrel holding that candy cane instead of the staff that it usually holds, and then just doing Shachi things, you know. Here's the regular Shachi, the Alpha Shachi, and the Gamma Shachi. This is a concept that could clearly work for this Christmas event, and honestly, I hope the Loomian Legacy decides to do something about this year. I've seen some people speculate that this is actually Imkin. There are other people that say that this is not Imkin, that it's a new Loomian. I personally have no idea what this is. I mean, I could see why it could look like Imkin, but at the same time, I don't think that Loomian Legacy would really tease a reskin in the teaser picture of the Christmas event that's coming up. Talking about Imkin, we should talk about this elf Imkin concept made by a Loomian Legacy artist. It starts off with a silly little elf Imkin just minding its own business. Then it decides to evolve into a Grimmick, which looks amazing. The design, I really like that this Grimmick is now holding a gift and it's about to give it to us, I hope. And then Grimmick finally evolves into an Imperior. This Imperior has antlers that are candy canes, a whole jester, I think, outfit. It even has a mistletoe as its tail, and honestly, the design works very well. I think that this could easily be a concept that Loomian Legacy could integrate into the game because it is very well made, the color scheme works with it, and overall, I just really like how it looks. Also, we have this Chumpactor and Munchwheel Nutcracker design. Last year, Loomian Legacy decided to give us a Metronet, a Nutcracker Metronet. However, I think this year, they could give us this Chumpactor and Munchwheel Nutcracker. The whole design behind this works very well. They're made out of wood instead of metal because, you know, Chumpactor and Munchwheel are originally made out of metal. And then the Chumpactor has a little elf hat, and then the Munchwheel has like the conductor hat. It has a cool little stick, and I just feel that this design really works very well. I think that Loomian Legacy should keep looking into these fan designs because the Loomian Legacy artist community is always cooking, and they've been cooking since the literal release of the game. Sometimes I even feel that the Loomian Legacy artists are a bit slept on. I don't know, that's my take. But overall today, I've shown you a lot of different potential reskins that Loomian Legacy could be adding into the game. Out of all these reskins, my favorite one, and I think the favorite one of everyone, or most people I think, is clearly this one, the Nevermare Snowman Reindeer, whatever you want to call it, a reskin. If Loomian Legacy does not add this into the game, I will simply just not understand what is currently going on. There's clearly a lot of demand for this thing. It clearly looks amazing. The concept, everything works amazing with it, and the Loomian Legacy community has been anticipating this reskin for quite a while. Thanks for watching this video. I'm Armenti, and we